Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Bro, I ain't playing. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Ooh. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself.
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here officially starting Tempest Marathon. I am reacting to not just them, but every group affiliated with Road to Kingdom Season 2. We're getting a really good analytical lens on all of them just so I can have a better understanding of what we're looking at in the challenges. And so this is a really fun pre-debut track that we're going to look at because of a couple of reasons. Firstly, it is a Keone Madrid piece, and these are really hard pieces when you do a Keone piece outside of the K-pop sense of things. He has heavy affiliation in the K-pop world. BTS especially is a heavy hitter there, and of course with other artists. He is just so, it's just the quality of his movement is phenomenal, and I highly respect him and Mari, his wife. They're just awesome people. And so we're going to be looking at the performance of Tempest as well as the reference material that they got this choreo from, which is from Keone's class from Arena Camp 2017. It's going to be cool. We'll have Kinjaz there. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is a freaking hard choreo, so... see how they fare. Come on.
All you march sway you with the stuff. Tell us time to get bucked. A lot of talk, no use. It ain't how I pray. Sit packs, catch fade.
So friggin' polyrhythmic. Pa-pa.
California reppin', Lord's my weapon. Never count my money before I count my blessings. Shout out here, girl, you thought we didn't know you was a bop out here? What? Giving boys time, said enough plot to have haters run up in my house out here? Ooh. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Bro, I ain't playing. Better watch yourself.
Yep.
Better watch yourself. Ooh. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Bro, I ain't playing. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Nice. Cool. Cool. We're here for it. Love it. They did a pretty decent job on it. This is a tough AF choreo to do. So here is the original choreography by Keone himself at Arena Camp 2017. I think they structured it very similarly here. Because you're about to see him do it with Kinjaz. Look at this. It's, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Send it. Send it, Charles. Come on. Yeah. Get it? They all from Cali. Come on. Come on. Yup. Look at him ripping the building blog shorts. Come on, sir. Yeah. filthy. Notice how subtle that is. Yeah. Yeah. This is like the star-studded Kinjaz lineup right here. Okay. I think I know all of them, and I've taken from most of them. Okay, so that's Mike's song right there. I think that's Tony Tran. That's Bam. Anthony. That's Keone. That is Vin Nguyen. He does choreo for Jackson Wang. And then you have Charles. I judged with him at HHI USA. John Ha. I think he's the only one that I think that, like, I can't think in the very top of my head on. But I know everybody else like that. Golly, guys. This is, like, filthy. When I tell you when this came out in 2017, I think this was right around the time when Keone joined Kinjaz, too. Because he wasn't until about this time. I think this was when he was, like, inducted. Does that make sense? So it's like, it was like a big freaking deal. This was so freaking sick. You can learn this choreography on Building Block, his platform, and I'm an employee. I work for Building Block, and so technically Keone is my boss. So it's really fun to be able to look at this and be able to, like, rep Building Block in this way. It's freaking wild. Okay, here we go. From the top. So right here. I already kind of looked. Tempest has 7 members, but they will be competing in Road to Kingdom 2 with 6 members because one of them, as of August 11th of 2024, is no longer a part of the group. But here we go. From the top. So he goes and he runs. Now this move right here, straight out the gate, no usage of groove at all. It's very isolated, and what comes with this groove, like when I tell you how polyrhythmically insane this choreo is, it is a complete understatement. It is one of the most difficult choreographies you can learn. It is not Keone's hardest choreo, in my humble opinion. Personally, I think his choreo Prospect is one of the most difficult that I have seen ever in any type of learning lens. It humbled me so fast when I learned it, attempted to learn it way back in the day when it came out. So So there's a lot of things I'm going to touch on. Like, I'm very familiar with this choreo. I know how it's supposed to look. I know how Keone does it, and I know his polyrhythm pocket. So there's going to be a lot of notes here. Very impressed with the fact that they decided to pull this for a pre-debut. This is insanely difficult. It is. And so right here, are you marks? Here, there's supposed to be this little nodding kind of groove that is established in the chest, and that is, it's just really, really, really isolated. So that's my first note. They got the legs and the arms right. So, but we're not quite attacking in the torso the way we need to for that type of, character presentation. And they go hitting it over, so we accent with the wrist, we hit, and so they triple it over with a little hinge, and then a lot of talk. So that, they do cut it a lot, makes sense, just doing it in one take is insane. A lot of talk, so there's a lot of pettiness in how you approach it. So a lot of, like, whenever you're hitting with the chin accents up, which is really nice. So we swing it through, boom, in the house, nice and subtle. That was nice. Now that part right there, that is an exit wave, but it's a boom, boom, boom. It's syncopated on that bass. So they have this pretty heavily cut, so I'll try to pick up on what I can find. But a lot of these types of things, doom, 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 that is a polyrhythmic movement. You're not just doing a exit wave. That's the thing with Keone stuff. You never just do one thing. You always are doing something else. See it right there? You didn't clock what they were doing in the feet, but it's like a toe heel, like a toe tap variant. And they go fade. I like the triple on that. Really nice. And they go do 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 do. And that part is supposed to be, it's a double up on the feet. And it hits on that with, like I keep talking about. Now this part definitely gets that little nene vibe. So it's a bit mechanical here, unfortunately. Yeah, it's supposed to be woo, that part. Yeah, right there, they're doing the head, but it's more of a shimmy. It's like, whoo, like you got the chills. Very not afraid of that, not a little afraid of that. Now, notice they're just doing the head here. This mostly, I do feel, if I'm being real, I think it's a... See, look, so we hit it here, boom. It's just the chin up, petty, whoo. Yeah, a little afraid of that. So notice the subtlety, and I think that's what's missing. Is there's these really beautiful, subtle, petty. I mean, it's funny to call petty beautiful, but it is. Where you have the heel, and we don't get to see the heel. That's what makes it cool. It's not just the head and the hand. Like they're going super full on it, but it's subtle. I feel like we're not resting in the subtlety, and part of that, if I'm being real, comes with maturity of movement and maturity of self as an artist. As you become more established in content with who you are as an artist, you tend to be more receptive to these pauses, these breaths, the subtleties of movement is what I've learned from personal experience. So that was my big note there. Afraid of that. It feels more mechanical on that. And this part, like boom, boom, boom. So I think we need a little bit more fullness coming out of this as well. Heading to one time, all there, they hopped it versus they do a little twist on the back end of it. Yeah, no question. There's supposed to be more of a lean going on in the torso. So we're really just missing a groove, which is something that I'm very much looking forward to seeing in their movement quality as they progress in their marathon, is that exact thing. Yeah. And then we go boom with the knees. Fire with us. So I like the subtlety there. It's nice. Da-da-da. Then the marksman cuz. Now that part of what makes that so sick is the legs. And part of me is like, God, I wish that we had a wide shot on that. They can't control that. And there's a chance it wasn't clean either. That is such a hard sound to hit. And it's very hard to get right. So there's a lot of these moves where they're picking like the nice part about it. Like not the easiest, but the most... the highest chance of success for a group to do when there's like 3 other things going on in the choreo. Like it's... Ooh. And that part right there, da 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 da, and then we take it up, boom boom, brum bum, and take the arm up, so that goes up, and then they reset here, and it goes hey, and then it goes it's hot out here. Once again, really full, but that was a little bit more conversational, which I appreciate. I like the level. So some people may be like, Jess, they're doing their own thing with formations. I understand that, but also they are doing the choreography. And so the texture of the choreography still needs to be maintained because part of the aesthetic of it is how they are doing it, not just the movement itself. So yes, they can have different formations. They can have all these different things, but they put in the title, Choreo by the Kinjaz Keone Madrid. So they are referencing the Arena Camp 2017 set where you had all the Kinjaz there with Keone also teaching. You know what I mean? So there is a natural comparison that is set to be in place. And that is okay, you know. So these are all benchmarks. You know, this is what we're setting up on. Totally fine with it. Makes it very, very exciting to see. And that right there, I do feel like it felt a little bit, you know, it needs to have a little bit more like a sinking into the steps as they go and they transition into it. Start out here, boom, with a little body roll. They come up, boom. And this part here makes sense how they made these choices. Totally fine. I respect that. Go back in and they go blah, blah, blah. Looking for a shout out here. He takes it and they send it. So that part was really fun. I love my sauce. Da 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 da. Nice. All this is fine. And here, love my, what is it? What is it? Love my talk, right? And it goes California reppin'. Yeah, California reppin'. Yeah, like that's what made that work for Kinjaz is that most of them resided in Cali at the time. Some of them are now in Vegas, but I know Keone still lives in Cali. I don't think Anthony does. Charles moved to Vegas. Yeah. Anyway, that's not important. I mean, and then I don't think Vin's in Cali. I don't know anymore. But they're all so freaking busy all the time that they're barely home anyway. But that was very relatable though at the time. So it goes California, so it's the C with the A. So you know how sometimes people go LA, they do it with a C. California reppin'. The Lord's my weapon. So these are like guns, blowing them out. We love it. And they go high to low, and then we go brush, brush, brush. Go from outside to inside. And then I love the hop on that. That was cool. It's hot out here. And they bring it up. So all this part looks pretty fine. This bop out here is nice. This what? And that part, boom, 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 nice little pulse on that. So this part is definitely more like it sits better in general. Little wave on that is fine. They go the transition, they tap it to the rebound. That little, cool. That's part. It does feel very, you know, place. This is fine, but it's definitely supposed to be more like, better watch yourself. It's like, oh, we're dainty, but they have the chin pushed up a little bit more, which is nice. Watch yourself. That part there, ooh, it does feel, it's a vibration instead of just shaking the hands. So that'd be my note to them there. The little watch yourself. It does feel like we're pulsing versus subtlety. Subtleties were such a freaking thing that made that work. So that's my big note to them, is learning to sit in the subtlety of movement. Gotta watch yourself. That little, oh, that's supposed to be right here on the chin, but it kind of felt like that sound, but it's really supposed to go right here. So that would be my note there, but we're gonna double check that. Let's see. Well, yeah, they kind of did it. We'll give them that. We'll give them that. That was by the chin, or like, yeah, by the neck. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. The pulls are fine, nice and full. And the boom, 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 really nice. Better watch yourself. Watch yourself. Yep, we're here for it. I'm watching. And then they caught it well. That was good. That was clean. Thank you for that. Ding, 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 ding. But notice how subtle. It's a microwave. It's not like microwave, like you heat up food, but it's small. Ding, ding. It's a subtle, isolated wave. So that's my note. It's very big here. It does feel intentional. But because we've already seen a struggle of appreciating subtlety, it's hard for me to be like, yes, I love the choice, because we didn't show subtlety in other ways that I feel like were important to those sections. Here is fine. Like, you could clearly see what they're going for, which is nice. Boom, 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 boom. A little, ooh, that's fine. Pulse is nice. Boom, boom. And the subtlety there, thank you for that. I like that part. Nice, and they all travel it into the inside. Ooh, the throw is nice. And then they're doing some subtles. Now, we saw the camera pan around on the Kinjaz one, but yeah. Boom. And they have right here. Is that the Tempest logo? Maybe. That's fun. So yeah, it's like, in general, still very impressed at the fact that they chose this to cover in that specific one, because it is very popular, it is iconic, and maybe that could be a reason as to why they made the choice, because it is popular, and it's one of the most iconic Kinjaz class choreos you will see, like ever. It is wild, and I'm so glad we got to look at this for a K-pop analysis, going into the marathon. I think this is so fun. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. If you want to see more Tempest, I'm going to have it on Patreon. This is getting early released alongside the first video of every other group's marathons as well, to prep us all for Road to Kingdom Season 2. Hence why I'm doing these marathons. I'm having so much fun with all the groups, and I'm very much looking forward to uncovering what makes Tempest so great in their choreography, their discography. I don't know any of it. I don't know any of the members, so this was my first taste of them. Cannot wait to see more, especially when they dive into their own work. It's going to be awesome. Once again, my name is Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.